Hi everyone, this is Jordan at Patchwork Acres, and today we're going to be getting into our brand new hive, Honeyroodhouse, since I split it out of Waxminster last week. And I've seen some activity at the entrance. They're bringing in pollen and stuff like that. That's a really good sign, but we won't really know for sure until we get into the hive itself. And I'm going to be doing an inspection on Buzzingham today, and all I'm going to be doing with Waxminster today is putting in the queen excluder, because I forgot to do that last week. But anyway, have Silas as my cameraman again. Getting kind of used to this. Hopefully he'll come out here with me every week now. Anyway, so let's get in these hives, see what's going on. About to do our first little inspection of this hive, and one thing I really want to see too is if they've started raising their queen yet. That's also going to be very important. I really hope they've started that. So here we go. Okay, y'all see this right here? That is a queen cup. It's not capped yet, but you can't really see. But inside is a little baby queen. And once they cap her, she's gonna start forming into what we recognize as a bee. But, so glad to see this. They are raising their queen, future Queen Caroline right here. All right, look at all those future queens. That is what you want to see. Some of them are capped, some of them are not. But, yeah. So, once these queens start hatching, whichever queen is born first, she's gonna go and kill the rest of her sisters. And they're all they're just gonna battle it out. And whoever is the strongest wins. That's just how bees determine they get the strongest queen. And then she's gonna go out on her mating flight. But woohoo! So glad they're raising their queen. All right, that's what I wanted to see. And now I gotta give them their food, because you should always feed a new hive like this. Even though it's springtime and things are blooming, you gotta make sure that they have enough food, and they have absolutely drained this, so they definitely need it. Alright, so this is the kind of feeder I'm using for this hive right here. It's essentially just like a long skinny bucket, and they're able to climb down through this, and there's little grooves for their legs to hang on to, and they go down there and drink. So that's how this works. Alright, so this hive is doing exactly what I want it to do. It's positively successful right now, so really happy about that. So let's go over to Waxminster and get this queen excluder put in. My hive beetle traps. Caught a few. Just pinch them off right there. Oh, there's another one. she's unlikely to be on these outside frames. Normally she stays towards the middle, but it's still good to check. This hive is absolutely booming in population. I definitely chose the right hive to split. Look at that big old drone right there. You see him? Big old boy. The drones are considerably larger than the female workers. This is a really good example. Despite my best efforts with splitting them, they're gonna swarm anyway. So queens are already waiting to be born, and this one and these two here. So there is really, I do not need to put a queen excluder in today, because if these queens are born in this top box, then they'll be trapped and they won't be able to go on their mating flight, which is, I mean, I want them to do that, so. Oh, I hate this. This hive is so strong. I mean, it does have a lot of bees, so it'll make a big swarm. I think it'll still be strong, but yeah. And sometimes they will. They'll just swarm despite your best efforts. I split it, and normally that stops the swarm, but not this time. So, back in you go. I tell you what, this hive has so many bees. And this is what I think. I think that two things either are happening. They're about to swarm basically today or tomorrow, or they have already swarmed, because I haven't seen the queen yet, and the cells are already capped. And usually when the queen cells are already capped, the hive is already swarmed. So I'm starting to think that this hive is so strong and so populous that that even if they have already swarmed, it didn't even make a dent. But we're about to see if the queen is in here. And that'll be the moment of truth that if they've swarmed or not. So here we go. Okay, so I still haven't found the queen yet. So I still am not sure whether she has left with a swarm or if she's still in here, which I doubt. But I didn't really see a whole lot of eggs. I saw queen cups that were capped. So there are queens waiting to be born. So I'm just going to assume that the old queen is gone. And what I'm thinking is that I don't need to put the queen excluder yet, because if the queen is born in this box, in one of the queen cells in this box, then she won't be able to get out and go on her mating flight. So what I'm going to do is not put the queen excluder in yet, and I am still very confident in this hive. It is still my ultimate strongest hive. Ain't nothing wrong with them. They got plenty of bees, plenty of stores, plenty of everything. And so yeah, going to leave them alone just for now, but I did do a full inspection and they're looking great in every other area. So yeah. Here's to hoping my new queen in this hive will be just as good as my last one. But look at that. Look at all those all that cat brood. See that? This hive's doing all right. Okay, look at the bees. They're all sharing a little bit of honey. Just lapping it up. So I looked at Buzzingham's food storage. They're doing great. Decided not to go into the bottom box just because they're getting a little cranky. It's hot. I'm hot. I'm ready to call it a day. So, but what I came out here to do was see Honeyroodhouse. They're doing great. I kind of know what's going on in Waxminster, so we're doing all right so far. entrance of Honeyrood, and considerably less bees. I mean, so that's why the entrance isn't quite as busy as the other, but they're still bringing in pollen. There goes one right there, bringing in some pollen. So looks like these bees have finally called this box their home and raising their own queen, and we got a little baby hive right here, y'all. I'm so happy. Doing good. Alrighty.